Hello, friends. Let's discuss current affairs. And the first question relates to Moldova. This is a country in, East Europe. This was a part of the Soviet Union between 1940 and 1991. 1940s was when it became a part of the Soviet Union. And of course, 1991 would mean that the year the Soviet Union or the USSR, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, disintegrated. Now, there were 15 countries in the USSR, 15 states. All these 15 states became 15 independent countries just after the Soviet Union exploded. Okay. Moldova, Ukraine, you can see this here. In fact, you can see 7 countries here which were once part of the Soviet Union. Moldova, Ukraine, Belarus, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Russia. So 7 countries here. 8 would be Georgia, 9 would be Armenia, 10 Azerbaijan, 11 Kazakhstan, 12 Kyrgyzstan, 13 Uzbekistan, 14 Tajikistan, 15 Turkmenistan. So all these 15 were part of the Soviet Union. Okay. Now, after the Soviet Union exploded, Russia wanted to take its place as, the second most important power in the world. I will not sit in judgment over whether Russia is right or not, but, Moldova is not happy with Russia. Okay. So Moldova is a country, you could say the second poorest country in Africa, in Europe. The poorest is Ukraine. Yes, it is right. Poorest is Ukraine. And, Moldova is the second poorest per capita GDP, that is per capita income basically. And if you look at Moldova, the capitals in this map are mentioned, as a star here. It's mentioned Chisinau, and the president is Maya Sandu, who is pro-Europe and pro-West, you could say, and anti-Russia. Moldova has a small province along its border with Ukraine. There's a province here, this one here, which is called Transnistria. Transnistria is claimed by Russia. Of course, it doesn't in not so many words, but Transnistria says we are an independent country. Moldova says no, you're a part of us. Russia has given support to Transnistria. So it's like, it's a geopolitics at work. So what about the choices here? Belarus, Ukraine, Romania, Hungary. Ukraine is anti-Russia. Of course, as you know, there's a war happening there. Belarus is in this region. You can see among the countries here, except for Hungary, Belarus is the only pro-Russian country. Belarus is run by a dictator named Alexander Lukashenko. And then from Lukashenko, we can go to another pro-Russia leader. Not so much as pro-Russia, but he's anti-European Union. Though his country, Hungary, is a part of Soviet, the European Union. Hungary, my friends, is run by Viktor Orban, Viktor, Viktor Orban, Orban, Viktor Orban. Ukraine, the president is, Volodymyr Zelensky. Romania is this huge country here. You can see here, this one. Its capital is Bucharest, 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 and its, its president is a guy called Klaus, Klaus, Klaus Iohannis, Iohannis. Iohannis. Okay, Iohannis. So she's come back to power. Sandu has come back to power, on an anti-Russian platform. Let's see where it goes now. In partnership with the Singapore Economic Development Board, which Indian IT company will open an artificial intelligence or cloud native lab in Singapore in 2025. Well, HCL Tech. This is India's third biggest IT company. Largest is TCS, second In second place is Infosys. Third is HCL Tech. It's run by CEO C. Vijay Kumar. C. Vijay Kumar. HCL Tech C. Vijay Kumar. Wipro CEO. I'm going to give the names of the CEOs here. Wipro CEO is Srini Palia. SRINI. Srini. I think that would be Srinivas, I guess. But Srini is where what I have read everywhere. Srini Palia, Pallia, Srini Palia. C. Vijay Kumar for HCL Tech. Infosys is Salil Parekh. Tech Mahindra CEO is Mohit Joshi. And in the end we have TCS Kriti Vasan. With which African nation did India sign an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding on bilateral defense cooperation? There is this huge country called Algeria, Africa's biggest country by area. Algeria, my friends. Yeah, it's a little over 28 lakhs kilometers, I guess, and that makes it pretty large, my friends. Very, very large. Its capital is mentioned. It's one country which is named after the capital city. You know that it's named after the capital city, just like Tunisia. Tunisia is named after Tunis, and Algeria is named after the capital Algiers. I'll just focus on extra information, not on the usual leader kind of guy. Though last week we had discussed his name, Abdelmajid Tebboune was re-elected the president of Algeria. So we'll skip the part where we discuss the leaders. We'll just look at who in the past was a colonial master in this part of the world. Tunisia, I'll just come from the west. Mauritania is here. Mauritania, my friends, was ruled by France. In fact, the whole of, except for Libya here, in Egypt, this entire region you can see here, Algeria, Morocco, Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, sub-Saharan countries like Ghana and all these countries, like, you have Senegal, you have Mauritania, all these countries were ruled by France. So this is France's African empire. Yeah, and what you need to know is that Libya was, you can see here, Libya was a colony of Italy. Up here is Italy. Okay, Italy. Egypt was a colony of Britain, Great Britain, which also incidentally built the Suez Canal. Okay, which, as you know, connects the Mediterranean Sea with the Red Sea. Morocco, as you can see here, the capital is Rabat, R-A-B-A-T. It's a monarchy. It's the only country in that area which is a monarchy. It's an absolute monarchy. The president here is a guy called, the monarch here is a guy called Muhammad VI. Yeah. Egypt also has a dictatorship, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Yeah. Tunisia has an elected dictatorship. Yeah. Oh, these countries are not doing great. Algeria's president Abdelmajid Tebboune, he has been in power for a long time now. The 15th India-US Joint Special Forces exercise, Vajra Prahar, took place in Idaho, United States. Idaho is a state in the US, and this is where the US and the Indian American Special Forces commandos basically took, undertook joint training. Like Vajra Prahar, Yuddh Abhyas is also a military exercise between India and the US. So 1 and 2 are military exercises between India and the US. Mitra Shakti with, with Sri Lanka. Yeah, Mitra Shakti. Equilibrium with Maldives. So I'm naming, military exercises. Equilibrium with the Maldives. Mitra Shakti with Sri Lanka. And of course, hand in hand would be with China. India launched its updated National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan at COP16. COP is Conference of Parties 16 to the Convention on Biological Diversity. And where did this happen? COP16 CBD happened in Cali, which is in Colombia. Cali, I'll not focus on this. Cali is called the Cocaine capital of the world. Yes, cocaine. COCAINE. Cocaine, narcotic substance. Kali, for a long time, had been called the cocaine capital of the world. If you had watched this series called Narcos, Narcos Mexico is another one, but Narcos, two seasons, especially seasons 1 and 2, called Narcos, NARCOS. It's on Netflix. You'll find this entire story of the Kali cartel, CARTEL. Epic story. It's a true story. Please watch it. Yeah. Um, Now, of course, drug trade has come down and all that. So much so that these kinds of events are also happening in Kali. But in the 80s and 90s and even about 15 years back, Kali was uncontrollable. It was simply a place in the hands of the drug mafia. It was controlled by the drug mafia. So any which way, you have this Cali in Colombia, and Colombia is the only place, only country to be named after Christopher Columbus. Some extra stuff I can give you is the name. Who's the Union Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change? The Indian Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change is Bhupinder Yadav. Bhupinder Yadav. According to the International Labour Organization, which nation or nations have more than 50% of women outside of the labour force due to care responsibilities, household responsibilities, all of these countries. These are all very conservative societies, and the fact that a lot of households in these places are poor also means that and they're small, a very young population, but also means that there's women stay back to take care of the children, and most families have extended are extended families, like parents would be there. There will be parents who are elderly who need care, and there are young children who need care. So that's how it works. And of course, the social circumstances are also such that these women are not allowed to go out to work for whatever reasons, basically. To just tell you about Mali. Mali is this country we saw a while ago a map. I think I'll take you back there. Here, this is Mali. It's a very large country, huge country, and it has a capital called Bamako, Bamako, which is in the bottom corner, basically. But if you have heard of a place called Timbuktu, this is Timbuktu. It's called Tombuktu here, but it's usually pronounced Timbuktu. Okay. Jordan is a pro-West monarchy. It's run by Abdullah II. Mali has a dictatorship. There is a military in place now. There is an interim president named Assimi Goita. Assimi, Assimi, Goita, Goita, Assimi Goita. Okay. Dash has launched Lignosat, the world's first wooden satellite. Well, Japan has done this. The idea behind this is to see whether wood could be used as a material to build satellites and other space equipment. Because, see, today there is a major issue concerning space junk. So satellites go past their age, they remain in the orbit, or they just keep floating around. So there's a lot of junk around. So the Japanese research agency, space agency, JAXA, it's called, Japan Space Exploration Agency, it has come out with this idea of making satellites and other space stuff with wood. Now, the idea behind it is that wood, upon re-entry, because upon re-entry everything burns. So when the spacecraft re-enters the Earth's atmosphere, it burns. So wood could burn and there won't be any junk left. A very good solution, isn't it? On 6 November 2024, Nvidia became the largest country in the world. Not on it, there is a mistake here. With its market capitalization of a little over $3.4 trillion. 1 trillion equals 1,000 billion. And ladies and gentlemen, 1,000 billion would mean $3,430 billion, surpassing Apple's almost $3.4 trillion market cap. What is market cap? In a very commonsensical bhasha, a company issues shares, yeah, you multiply those shares into market price of each share, you get the market capitalization. Let me put it in the equation form. Market cap equals number of issued shares multiplied by market price of each share. So if a company has issued 1 lakh shares and the market price of each share is 50 rupees, 1 lakh into 50 lakhs. That's a market cap. So each, let's say a share has a market price. If one share has this market price, what will be the market price of all the shares? That's market cap. So if you look at these choices here, who are these guys, by the way? By the way, what's the turnover of Nvidia? I think it's about $62 billion. You heard it right. $62 billion, but the market value of this company is $3,400 billion. And it's going up actually. See, market cap is basically a reflection of the trust the market has in the company's ability to perform in the future. So it's a multiplication of a story tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow's story. These three guys started Nvidia, and the guy in the middle is the CEO and co-founder. His name is Jensen Huang. Jensen, Jensen Huang, Huang, Jensen Huang. The guy in the shirt is a guy called Chris Malachowski. C-H-R-I-S, Chris Malachowski, Malachowsky, Malachowski. Now the one on the left in the black t-shirt is a guy called Curtis Priem. Curtis, C-U-R-T-I-S, Curtis Priem, P-R-I-E-M, Curtis Priem. Yeah, it's a artificial intelligence fab maker, chip maker, and all that. You should know that it's the world leader in this. Yeah. So what are the choices here? Oh, Tesla CEO is a guy called Elon Musk. Walmart CEO is Douglas Macmillan. Douglas Macmillan. M-C-M-I-L-L-O-N, Macmillan. Microsoft CEO is Satyanarayana Nadella, N-A-D-E-L-L-A, Satyanarayana Nadella. Alphabet Sundararajan Pichai, P-I-C-H-A-I, Sundararajan Pichai. Apple is mentioned here. Apple CEO is Tim Cook. Rakesh Gangwal is the new chairperson of Southwest Airlines. Now, why is Rakesh Gangwal important? Ladies and gentlemen, he is important because he is a co-founder of Indigo Airlines. Yes. Rakesh and another guy called Rahul Bhatia started Indigo Airlines. So Rahul Bhatia and Rakesh Gangwal are the founders of Indigo Airlines. So now Rakesh has left the company. He owns shares, of course. He's left the company and he's gone to Southwest Airlines as a chairperson. This is one of America's biggest airline companies. But I would want to tell you a bit about the choices here. 3, 4, 5. American Airlines is the world's largest airline by the number of passengers carried. It has carried more passengers than any other airline last year. It carried more passengers. Now, coming to Delta Airlines, it has more number of aircraft than any other airline company. Turkish Airlines, some record it has. It flies to more countries than any other country. Can you believe that? Any airline. It flies to 130 countries. 130 countries. India has officially submitted a letter of intent to the IOC's International Olympic Committee's Future Host Commission for hosting the 2036 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Wherever Summer Olympic Games happen, Paralympic Games also happen in the same place. So India has evinced interest, shown interest in hosting the Olympic Games in 2036. We just finished 2024 in Paris. 2028 would be Los Angeles in the US. 2032 in Brisbane, 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 which is in Australia. And 2036 yet to be announced, of course. Hopefully we host. The government of India and the Dash has signed a $200 million loan to upgrade water supply and sanitation in Uttarakhand. Now, usually the Asian Development Bank, like the World Bank and the IMF, come forward to fund developmental activities. So this is all a loan, my friends. It has to be repaid. It has to be repaid. We have choices here. I'll give you the head offices of all these places. Okay. Asian Development Bank, Manila, MANILA. Manila, as you know, is the capital of the Philippines. Asian Infrastructure Bank, Beijing, BEIJING, Beijing. European Investment Bank, I think, is headquartered in Luxembourg, LUXEMBOURG, Luxembourg. And coming to the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, it is in London. It's in London. I think IMF and World Bank are in the same place, Washington, D.C. So we'll not discuss that. United Nations and IGAD report revealed that at least 65 million people, 6.5 crore people, are food insecure in the Horn of Africa. Which is not part of Horn of Africa. Horn of Africa is a region, a geographical region, and this is it. Why it's called Horn of Africa, you can see here. It looks like a rhinoceros horn. Okay, yeah. So you find Somalia here, Djibouti, Eritrea, Sudan, Ethiopia, and max Kenya. Usually this is the Horn of Africa. Okay, so why don't we look at our choice? Is Morocco. Morocco we saw a while ago. It's west of Algeria, and what you should know here is that the easternmost country in Africa, on mainland Africa, not continent, not islands now, is Somalia, and the westernmost country there, in North Africa, not the whole continent, is Morocco. You could see there basically. Djibouti is a country where there is a dictatorship, a very tight, strong dictatorship. It's run by a man called Ismail Guelleh, Guelleh, Guelleh. What is the main source of income for Djibouti? You may wonder about this, because it's a tiny country, and it's you may say fishing and all. No, the main source of income is it has let out its land to foreign countries to set up their military bases. Yes, the only overseas military base that China has is in Djibouti. It pays rent. France has a military base here. US has a military base. So all these countries pay paisa to Djibouti to, it's basically rent, for using the land. Eritrea is a very dangerous country. In fact, zero press freedom or anything. Complete dictatorship. Is run by a man called Isaias Afwerki. Isaias, IAS. Sorry, Isaias. No? Sorry, ISAIS. Isaias Afwerki. AFWERKI. Isaias Afwerki. That's the capital mentioned there, Asmara. Djibouti's capital is Djibouti city. Eritrea, Asmara capital, and the president is Isaias Afwerki. Somalia, you can see here, it's a pretty large country. It has the longest coastline in Africa, 666 kilometers. The coastline length is 6666 kilometers, my friends. Okay, the capital is Mogadishu, and the president is Hassan Mohammed. Yeah. Morocco we discussed a while ago, and Ethiopia is I think the oldest Christian country in the world, or second oldest Christian country. and it's run by a man called Ahmad Abi Ali or Ahmad Abi. Ahmad Abi, Abiy. Abi. Dash will partner with Bajaj Finance to invest $400 million to help expand Bajaj Finance's electric vehicle fleet, energy efficient consumer goods, and women empowerment. The International Finance Corporation has done this. International Finance Corporation. I just tell you that all these five make up the World Bank. The World Bank group has five entities. One, IBRD, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. I repeat, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Two, International Development Association. International Development Association. Three, International Finance Corporation. International Finance Corporation. Four, MEGA, Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. 5, ICSID, International Center for ICSID, International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. Let me repeat, International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. So all these five together make the World Bank group. Okay. Dash was the theme of Vigilance Awareness Week, observed from 28th October to 3rd November. The CVC, observed this. The answers highlighted there. The Chief Vigilance Commission has only one agenda to, inquire into allegations of corruption and, all wrong things basically in government departments, government ministries, and all that stuff. Now, the Central Vigilance Commission is headed by a man called P.K. Srivastava. He is called CVC, Chief Vigilance Commissioner. P.K. Srivastava. Dash will provide financial support to meritorious students. Well, of course, with Pradhan Mantri Vidya Lakshmi scheme. Through this scheme portal, it's a joint venture between the Indian Banks Association, Government of India, and all that stuff. So the idea behind this is that expedited, loans would be, education loans would be given to the girl child, especially for want of money, for lack of money. No girl child should be deprived of education. The second meeting of the India CARICOM Joint Commission was held virtually. Which of the following is not a part of the CARICOM? What is CARICOM? Caribbean Community. This is the Caribbean Community. There is a Samudra here called Caribbean Sea. Okay, so Caribbean Community, there are 15 members. You could write Caribbean Community, 15 members. Head office, I'll explain this map. Head office, Georgetown in Guyana. And what else can I know? I think that should be fine. Yeah, nothing more. The idea behind this is, and it was started in 1973. The idea behind this is to integrate these areas, these countries, tiny countries, economically and politically, especially economically. Now you can see here that 15 members. There are 15 members, and a few are associate members. See, dark green. This is dark green. Full members, 15 members. Light green or parrot color they call it, is associate members. And this color you see here, light brown, is basically, or gray, whatever you call it, beige. I'm pretty poor with colors. Okay, I know only two colors, black and blue. And that's it actually. These days it's colorful also. So that color you see, Mexico and all that, is all, these are observer states. What are they? Observer states. So observer states in this color: Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia. Then you have light green or parrot color, associate, and then we have Caribbean Community in all the full-time members in dark green. Okay, this is Guyana. This is Guyana. Fair. And one more thing I want you to know is that this Cuba is the biggest country in the Caribbean area, by area, biggest country by area. The most populous country by area, by in the Caribbean is Haiti, Haiti. Population wise, it has more number of people. It's about 1.1 crore. Yeah. Yeah. What the answer, of course, is Nicaragua. This is Nicaragua. This is Nicaragua, Panama, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Belize. There are countries in Central America. Would you want to know the capitals of these places? Guyana, Georgetown, where is the head office, where the headquarters of CARICOM are located. Guyana, Georgetown. Barbados, Bridgetown, Bridgetown, Bridgetown. Nicaragua, the capital is Managua, Managua, Managua. And Jamaica's capital, this is Jamaica, Kingston, Kingston, Kingston. This is Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, tiny country, very tiny, pretty close to the Venezuelan coastline. Yeah, its capital is Port of Spain, SPAIN. Dash climbed number 2 on the 5-day World Chess Rankings after his third round victory over the Chennai Grandmasters. Our Arjun Erigasi has become the world number 2. Can you beat that? World number 2. World number 1, of course, as you know, is Magnus Larsson, and that is classic and all that. There are multiple categories here: classic, rapid, blitz, and all that. But coming to this tournament, it was won by choice 5, Arvind Chidambaram. Arvind Chidambaram is the winner of the Chennai Grandmasters. India will procure 15 additional C-295 transport aircraft from Airbus, which 12 would be manufactured in India by TAS, Tata Advanced Systems Limited. Now, Airbus, this kind of deal is about transfer of technology. So the technical know-how will be transferred to an Indian company, which also would then manufacture in partnership with Airbus, of course. Airbus is the world's biggest airline company by number of planes it makes. Its biggest rival is the American company Boeing, Boeing. Airbus, is headed by a man called Guillaume Faury, Guillaume. I repeat, Guillaume, Guillaume Faury, Faury. Faury. Which country secured first rank in the World Justice Project Rule of Law Index? Denmark was number 1. World number 1, Denmark. 149 countries, I think, were surveyed, and the last country was 142 or 114. 142. 142 countries were surveyed. Number 1 was Denmark. Number 2 was Norway. Number 3 is Finland. So 1 Denmark, 2 Norway, 3 Finland. Okay. 142nd rank, Venezuela. 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 We just saw Venezuela here. Where? Here. This is Venezuela. It's run by a dictator, Nicolas Maduro. And what is India's rank? 79. India's rank 79. Who will be named the top central banker globally in 2024 by the Global Finance magazine. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, our own RBI chief, Shaktikanta Das, who had won the prize for the second year in a row. Shaktikanta Das, RBI governor, has been ranked the world's best central banker. That's some serious honor, my friends. Identify the correct statements about the Indian defense industry. All of them are right, and we have been selling a lot of stuff. See, from zero we have come a long way. That Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India is working. it will take some time. What we have not done in the last 60 75 years, unlikely things will change overnight. But yes, we are getting there. Which male footballer was honored with the Ballon d'Or award? Rodri. Rodri is from Spain. The best footballer, male footballer in the world last year, or was. It's not last year. It's a season. August last year to July this year. That's how the season is. Okay. So during this time, the best guy to have played football was Rodri of Spain. Rodri of Spain. Coming to female, this is male. Female Ballon d'Or went to Aitana Bonmati. I'll spell Aitana, 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 Aitana Bonmati, Bonmati, Bonmati of Spain, Yeah. Which Indian electronic company BPL Group founder TP Gopalan Nambiar passed away recently. He was a founder of our BPL, is what he founded, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is British Physical Laboratories. This company started with Nambiar, had a joint venture with this British company called BPL. There was a company called they used to make hermetically sealed caps for industrial purpose and depends on industrial purpose. So they Nambiar started diversified into a lot of things, and they made TVs, refrigerators, you name it thing. But unfortunately, there was a lot of competition from Asian companies, not so much from the European companies like Electrolux, Whirlpool and all. Asian companies like Samsung, LG and all that. Yeah, things didn't really work out well for BPL later. Yeah. What is the name of the new scheme offering free healthcare for persons above 70 years? Ayushman Vaya Vandana card. So this is a good thing, my friends. So we need healthcare, free healthcare for elderly people, because medicine in India is very, very expensive. Yeah, it's very, very, very expensive, and these kinds of schemes would ensure that our elders are taken better care of. Which country has successfully testified the new Hwasong 19 ICBM? ICBM is Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. North Korea, my friends. This is North Korea. Its major enemies are two here in this region: South Korea and Japan. Two major enemies: Japan and South Korea. So North Korea is run by a dictator named Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong 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 hyphen Un. Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un. The capital is Pyongyang. It's mentioned there. Pyongyang. And today North Korea has nuclear weapons. North Korea has missiles, chemical weapons, biological weapons, and its missiles can reach every part of the world. The whole of America can reach, and that's their goal. That's the goal of Kim Jong Un, to be able to reach every part of America. Yeah. He's pally with two countries, Russia and China, which are generally anti-US. So enemy is always a friend. That's the idea here. Yeah. So this is Taiwan at the bottom. This is Taiwan here. And I think too much we've discussed. I'll just mention the capitals and all that. Maybe in the next class we could look at why these countries hate each other. Why North Korea hates South Korea, and Japan. Why Japan would have a distrust of the two Korean countries. Yeah, we'll discuss them. So any which way, this is an ordinary topic here. That's all from me, Bharat C. Jain. Have a lot of fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you.